We are Nigeria's leading and only opinion polling and research organization. Now, the whole vision around how NOIPolls came to be was typically to be able to evaluate or monitor or feel the pulse of Nigerians on different topics. Public opinion is something that, it's generic in its way that a lot of people just talk about. This number of people are saying this, or this number of people are saying that. Now, what NOIPolls does is to provide a platform where all these opinions are gathered scientifically, and we can report a true representation of Nigerian opinions. So that's why NOIPolls exists. Now, we partner with the world's leading opinion polling organization, Gallup. Now, if any of you know Gallup, you will know that they're the ones, they've been in it for about 3 decades plus. And all they've been doing is measuring the opinions of Americans and the world over, and giving that opinion, and that opinion being used to make decisions. So we started the partnership in 2006, and for 6-7 years now, all we've been doing is we have adopted that methodology, but adapted it to the Nigerian space to ensure that these opinions are represented in a scientific way.
The whole idea about what NOIPolls has been doing is championing something we call DDD, data-driven decision making. So we had a situation in the past where you can have your Gs, so a G5, a G3, a G24. Some of the political parties were formed by G12, G24, later became G36. So a group of people can sit down and say, oh, this is what Nigerians want. But through NOIPolls, we've been able to come up with a structured process, a scientific process, where the voice of the man who previously would not or would never have been heard can be put together to support decision making at any level. So public level, private level, third sector. So that's the whole idea. How can the voice of the ordinary man be captured, and how can we help decision makers make better decisions?
So NOIPolls is transforming data by, making data available, credible, reliable, timely and relevant data available to the African space. And that's very important because, people keep looking for data. What do we know about what Nigerians are thinking on a certain topic, or how many Nigerians have access to water, or what's the quantity of power a household gets in Nigeria. That information is not available. So what NOIPolls is doing is filling that space for credible data, timely and relevant, because this data comes out every week, and it's been made available to the public space at no cost. So we're making data seamless, we're making data readily available, and very, very much affordable. In fact, priceless. That's what we're doing. And that's what NOIPolls has succeeded over the last 2 years.
What's the methodology used by NOIPolls, and how credible is it in giving out these opinion polls?
Okay, thank you very much. Our methodologies vary, so it depends on the project. But for our polls, our snap polls, we use a telephone polling approach. This is an approach which has been proven for over 30 years by our partners. We partner with Gallup, the world leaders in opinion polling, and we've adopted their approach and adapted that approach to the Nigerian context. So it goes through a very, very robust process to come out with these poll results that we have. So it's telephone polling. But again, we've got clients that come to us depending on their requirements. We actually conduct face-to-face surveys, we conduct ethnographic works, we conduct focus group discussion. So it depends on projects that we conduct, that we decide what methodology we are using for a project.
Tell us about the credibility so far. Are you getting that valuable credibility?
Our credibility comes from 3 sources. We call it our CSI factor. So one is the credibility that comes from our partnership with Gallup. they are international organizations, they will not put their name to something that's not credible. Two, our credibility comes from the team, the experience of the people who are working from various backgrounds across various continents, and we brought back that experience back home to work. S stands for scientific. So it's a scientific process which we follow. So the stratification, the randomization, and the process it follows to come out with the polls is very scientific, is very rigorous. And also independence stands for I. The I stands for independence, meaning that no one sways the findings that come out from our poll results. They are what they are, and we report the opinion of Nigerians in the public space.